Hey Wally, everyone's fan favorite.
Sure am. What's up?
I've given you some good wings, but do you want to try my recipe?
Sure.
Oh goody, I'll get to making it. Here you go, man. Oh, I guess you really didn't like it. Alright, sup guys, this is Willie, and today I'm going to be indulging on something that has interested me for a while, and that is customizing my own orders from every Papa's game, which if you don't know, Papa's Gamerias is where you make food, and I started playing their game since I was like 8, which is more than a decade ago, which wow. It has came a long way, and I still love this franchise to this day. But here, I want to try going through every Papa's restaurant and customizing what I would have personally ordered if I was a customer there. So it'll be interesting to see how I do it. And I'm using a site called Piccrew to do this, so shout out to them. So now we can get right into it. And just for full disclosure, some Papa's games has different versions of them, where some of the ones I'll be selecting is the most recent variation of that respective game, because it has more selections of items than the original. So I just want to put it out there. So let's start off with Papa's Pizzeria, and my personal order would start off with a crispy crust, and I'll stick with Papa's cheese and the marinara. And then the toppings I would add on, I would like to have 9 pepperonis all around them, probably 4 pieces of bacon on the left, and then 4 pieces of sausages on the right. And then taking this to the bake station, I'll just have this baked for regular minutes. And then lastly, I would like to have this cut into 8 slices because 8 is my favorite number. So there you have it, my kind of pizza order. Next is Papa's Burgeria. I start off with a layer of a cooked well-done patty, then follow up with cheese and lettuce, then another well-done patty on top, followed by some bacon and a piece of onion ring, and finally I would put some mayo on it because I guess I love mayo just like Wally. So that's the kind of burger I would order, which is kind of similar to a Big Mac from McDonald's. Now for Papa's Taco Mia, and I personally stick with a hard taco because I just love the crispy nature of it, and I'll stick with beef because it's good. Next, I obviously put cheese inside my tacos because it's absolutely delicious. Then I'll fill it with some lettuce and then mild sauce, and then finally some sour cream. And to top things off with the nachos, I'd personally pick pepper jack rounds, and then my dipping sauce is obviously nacho cheese, which this would be my order, and it reminds me of how I would order in a place like Taco Bell. Now Papa's Pizzeria, which is actually the first ever Papa game I played. But for my order, I would have a medium cup, letting the ingredients on a regular time, and then I'll add strawberries and strawberry syrup, which I may warn you, you're gonna see a lot of love for strawberries from me because I'm such a huge fan of the flavor of strawberry on any sweet thing. Anyway, to top it off, I go with obviously strawberry whipped cream and then strawberry topping, sprinkle some rainbow sprinkles, and to end it off, I would have an Oreo cookie, a cherry on top just because of fantasy, and then a Whopper that's strawberry flavor, which is so appealing to me, and that's what my Sunday order would be. Pancake time from Papa's Pancakeria. So I'll begin with a first layer of a normal pancake, and I'll put on top of it 3 pieces of butter. Then the next layer of pancake will be blueberry filled to add more sweetness to it. And then of course, my love for strawberries comes back, adding 4 pieces. Then 1 more layer of a normal pancake, followed by some strawberry syrup, topping off with some whipped cream. And then for the drink station, I'll get a large drink of orange juice with some ice cubes inside. So here would be my personal order from the Pancakeria. Papa's Wingeria, the restaurant that I would personally have my character be a chef at. But if I were to order, I would have 4 regular wings drowned in some buffalo sauce because I need that spice flavor. And then the wings need to be put around a plate. And then 8 boneless chicken that is dipped in Parmesan cheese that I would also want placed all around the plate. Then I will have 6 pieces of potato skins on the left, which this item was not featured in the Flash version, and I would have had fries in its place. And as I just mentioned, I would have fries 6 pieces on the right, and then to finish it off, let's have some ranch dip alongside some blue cheese dip. So there you go, my Wingeria order, which definitely filled up the entire plate. Now we get grilling some hot dogs, where I would prefer my hot dog to come with a regular bun, but I want Italian sausage inside because I like it more than a usual hot dog sausage. Then for the toppings, we need to sprinkle some shredded cheese, followed by some onions just for some zesty flavor, and then mayo, Wally's favorite. And to complete this build, I would want a strip of bacon inside too. And then for the final touches, I would have a large Fizzo, which is regular pop, and then a large box of popcorn that is cheddar flavor. So this is what I would get, and I would enjoy the game while feasting on this. Love me some sweets again, so let's get a cupcake from Papa's Cupcakeria. I'll start off with a pink and white liner, and then have the flavor of my cupcakes be none other than strawberry. And then after it's baked, starting with the left cupcake, I would put pink frosting on it because it looks like it's strawberry flavored. Then I'll sprinkle it with some Oreo bits and then lollipop bits, and then finish it off with a nice piece of cherry and a marshmallow. Then for the right cupcake, I'll put white frosting on it because it looks like it's vanilla. Then I'll add strawberry drizzle to it, followed by the rainbow sprinkles, and then top it off with a cherry and a strawberry wafer. So these would be the cupcakes that I would be tickled to get. Now we come from sweet to savory and continue with Papa's Pastaria, where my pasta, I would have the ravioli because it's confirmed there's cheese inside, and obviously I want it cooked all the way, no al dente for me. Then put 3 cheese sauce on it, and then the toppings, I would have 6 meatballs, 6 sausages, and 6 calamaris, which that's a lot on my plate. But then to finish off with the bread, I would obviously pick cheesy bread, and that's my meal, which up to this point, this is probably the most cheesiest meal I have. Moving back to sweet with Donateria, and I'm gonna have 3. So the first one is gonna be a vanilla donut, ring shaped, and then dip it in strawberry icing because and then the rainbow sprinkles followed with some marshmallow bits. Then the middle donut, I'll actually have it be red velvet, ring shaped, and actually fill it with some strawberry filling. Then dip it in vanilla icing, followed with drizzling some strawberry drizzle on it alongside some Oreo bits. And then the last donut, a ring-shaped vanilla dough, fill it with whipped cream, then dip it in strawberry icing again, drizzle it with vanilla drizzling, and lastly more sprinkles of rainbow sprinkles. I wanted donuts, and this is what I'm gonna get. Now I want more cheese, I can get it from Papa's Cheeseria. I'll stick with the white bread and eat it with American cheese. And then some items to add on it. I would have some more bacon, then some good old salami, and I guess I'll add some lettuce even though it'll get soggy when it's cooked. Then I'll add some Southwest sauce. I don't know why, I'm just interested. Cook it regularly. Then for the fries, I'll go with crinkle cut fries, add some bacon bits to it, and then load it with some poutine because Canadian. So here's my good grilled cheese sandwich. Definitely one that has a good combination of food. Now I'm ready to crave for some bakery. Let's get some pies from Piccrew. So for my pie, I would get the traditional crust and fill the first half with some strawberries because it's everything to me, and fill the other half with cherries because I love it. Then I'll close off the pie with the vented crust, and then after it's baked, I want whipped cream poured all around it, and then 5 cherries in the center, and lastly 8 whipped cream dollops on the outer layer of the pie, and that would be it. Some sweet cherry strawberry pie. Next, love me some sushi. What I would personally order from Papa's Sushiria would be the regular nori paper and then just some white rice. Then moving on to the interior, I would fill it up with, I would pick avocado, then some cream cheese, and lastly, some calamari. So then the sushi is rolled, and then on top, I'll just put some salmon, even though I've never seen sushi with things on top. But whatever, to finish it off, I'm gonna add tobigo, which is also known as fish eggs. And then for my bubble tea, obviously I'm gonna have a strawberry flavored tea, and then fill it with cherry bubbles. So that's that, some nice sushi. Which is funny, as I'm recording, I've been eating a lot of sushi recently, so I guess there's a lot of crave I have for it. Now I want to try a cookie sundae. And of course, I want 3. So the first sundae, I'm gonna go with a traditional cookie and mix it with actual potato chips. Weird, but I like them. Then I would put obviously strawberry ice cream on top. The next sundae, I'm gonna have red velvet cookie and mix it with blueberries, and then have vanilla ice cream on top of it. And the last sundae is gonna be another traditional cookie, but this time filled with pretzel bits. And then of course, I'm gonna have another strawberry ice cream placed on it. So then for the rest of the build, I'm obviously gonna drizzle some whipped cream on them, then some strawberry drizzle, followed by the rainbow sprinkles, because that's the typical sweet orders I would have. Then for the toppings, gonna shake things up, and I'm gonna add a macaron on one end, the cherry in the middle, and lastly, an upside down waffle cone, just for the sake of it being related to an ice cream. So with that, that's my scooperia order. Now we can move on from food and actually focus on a drink, which takes place at Papa's Mocharia. So I'll start out with a large cup. And obvious reasons, I want strawberry milk, but I want it to be brewed cold. And then for the syrups to add, there wasn't really a good selection of them, so I'm gonna randomly pick sugar plum syrup. Then for the espresso, I guess I'm gonna go with City Roast, even though I'm not familiar with the taste of any of the espresso selection, but whatever. And then the syrup I'm gonna add in is gonna be red velvet. So for the cannoli, I'm gonna have a Battenberg shell because I like the pink patterns on it. And then obviously I'm gonna fill it with strawberry cream alongside some rainbow sprinkles. And then for the last touch of the coffee drink I'm having, I'm just gonna add a strawberry cream on top of it. So that's that. So this is exactly what I'm gonna have. I want a sandwich again, but for some reason Piccrew doesn't sell chicken patties, so instead, we'll get these particular sandwiches from Papa's Cluckeria. So for my personal order, I would have a classic bun with chicken breast that is breaded in cheese buff breading because I think it's cool to have a cheesy flavor to it. Then after it's fried, I want to have cheddar cheese on it, followed with onion, lettuce, bacon, and mayonnaise. And then the drinks with slushy, I would have a large slushy with black cherry slush and watermelon slush. So yeah, this is definitely my taste when it comes to chicken sandwiches. And finally, to the last restaurant Papa owns up to this point is Papa's Paleteria. So what I would have on my paleta, I would definitely go with twin pops, filling it up first with strawberry cream, then some blueberry chunk, and then another layer of strawberry cream. Then after it freezes, I want the entire body of the paleta to be dipped in strawberry dip. Then for the right side, I would have Oreo bits on it. Then for the left side, I would dip it in the rainbow sprinkles, and that finally completes it. And there you go, a nice delectable ice pop that I will enjoy to refresh myself. And that's all of it. Every order that I would have from each of the Papa's restaurants. And it was a fun experimentation with the Piccrew generator too. So once again, give all the credit to them. As I run through my orders again, feel free to comment on which of my personal orders is one that is similar to yours. Or even more interestingly, feel free to comment down what your personal order would be from each of the Papa's restaurants, because I find it so interesting when I see it in the fandom. Subscribe if you want for more Papa's related content like this, because I'm definitely planning to make more in the future. With that, I can give my appreciation to you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in another video.